بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على سيدنا ونبينا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. Assalamu alaikum, dear children. I hope you're all doing well and welcome back to listen to another prophet story. Today, inshallah, I will be telling you a story of a prophet, Musa alayhi salam. Prophet Musa alayhi salam was sent from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to the Pharaoh and to the Israelites. So the long time ago, there was a king whose name was Pharaoh or Fir'aun. He was very evil and he used to let people work for him, especially the Israelites, and he would pay them very little money because he was bad and he just wanted people to obey him. He wanted people to obey him and he wanted people to only worship what he worships, which was the idols. And he always punished the Israelites for no reason because he thought he was some kind of big man. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent Prophet Musa alayhi salam to guide Israelites and to the Pharaoh to give the message to the Pharaoh and that he should stop being evil. So one night the Pharaoh dreamed. What did he dream? He dreamed that there was a huge fire. The huge fire that came from the sky and burned all the Egyptians' house. But when he saw in his dream, the Israelites' house was not harmed. So when he woke up, he was very, very terrified and he did not know what this dream meant. He was worried also. Then he called his magicians and he called the priest and they told him about his dream. And the priest said a boy from the Israelites will be born and will destroy all the Egyptians. So Pharaoh got very, very angry and he said, how can a small boy destroy us? How can this happen? And he said he will not allow this. Then what he decided? He decided to kill all the innocent baby borns from the Israelites. So he ordered to kill all the little babies. And it was during this time that Prophet Musa alayhi salam was born from the Israelite family. Don't worry, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had it all planned. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Prophet Musa alayhi salam's mother to put Prophet Musa alayhi salam in a basket and to put him on the river Nile to flow. Even Prophet Musa alayhi salam's mother was very sad to leave her child abandoned, but she knew that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala would take care of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and she trusted Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and let the basket flow on the river. And then Musa alayhi salam had an older sister, and then Musa alayhi salam's mother told the sister to follow the basket too, to see where it would go. So it was during this time that the Pharaoh's wife also was at the riverside with some people. And then she saw the basket, and when she saw the basket, she saw the baby. And remember, Musa alayhi salam was just a baby looking very cute in the basket. And Pharaoh's wife saw this, and Pharaoh's wife fell in love with the baby immediately. She had no children of her own, so she loved this baby even more. So she took the baby and she decided to take the baby to the palace. And then Pharaoh saw this, that the baby is here, and the wife is very, very happy seeing the baby and loving the baby and everything. So Pharaoh also became happy that the wife is happy. And then Pharaoh's wife asked, can we keep this baby? She really loved the baby. And Pharaoh said, okay, we can keep the baby. But of course, the baby soon got hungry and was crying and crying. So Pharaoh's wife decided to call all the nurses to come feed the baby. But Musa alayhi salam did not want to drink milk from anyone, and he was just crying. Then it was this time that the soldiers caught Prophet Musa alayhi salam's sister. And then the Pharaoh asked, what were you doing by the basket? She said, I was just following the basket because I was curious. Then she said, I know someone who can feed the baby. Then she went to call her mother with some soldiers. Then as soon as the mother came, Prophet Musa alayhi salam drank from the milk. And then of course, the Pharaoh was happy because Prophet Musa alayhi salam did not drink milk from anyone and drinking from this woman now. They don't know that she is the mother. So Pharaoh's wife appointed Prophet Musa alayhi salam as a nurse to Musa alayhi salam. So subhanallah, look, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala brought them back together without anybody knowing and without no harm. So Musa alayhi salam grew up in a palace. He was very wise and knowledgeable, and he had a very kind heart towards everybody. So one day he saw an Egyptian man was beating an Israelite. So he told the man, you cannot beat the person for nothing. The man didn't care much. He was not bothered. He was just keep beating. Then he tried to stop him. The man said something very rude to Prophet Musa alayhi salam. Then Musa alayhi salam smacked him and then realized the man passed away. And Prophet Musa alayhi salam just stopped for a moment, and he knew he's not supposed to do that. He realized that this is just a work from shaitan. And Prophet Musa alayhi salam, remember, he did not intend to kill anybody. He did not intend to kill. It was just an accident, but rather he just wanted to stop the fight between the two. But the Egyptian man was not listening, and he was being rude. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam smacked him just to stop it. But accidentally he died. Musa alayhi salam was very, very strong man. Then Musa alayhi salam made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive him. And then because it was an accident, he did not mean to kill. He did not intend to kill anyone. So another soldier heard that one of the Egyptian soldier is dead because Musa alayhi salam smacked him and he died. Then he went to report it immediately. So after some time, as Musa alayhi salam was walking, then an old man came to Prophet Musa alayhi salam and said, the soldiers are coming after you. They will catch you. You have to run away from here. Without thinking twice or anything, Prophet Musa alayhi salam decided to leave Egypt immediately, because he knows if the people catches him, they will kill him. Prophet Musa alayhi salam knew that his intention was clean, and he did not intend to kill, so he left Egypt. So this old man came, and when he left Egypt, it was a very, very hot day, and he had no food with him. He had no water, nothing with him. Remember, he was on the way walking, and the old man came, and Prophet Musa alayhi salam left immediately without going home to get some water, drinks, or greeting his mom or anyone. So after he traveling for many, many days, Prophet Musa alayhi salam just kept walking with no food, no water, on a hot desert day for 8 more days. And finally, he reached the city Midian. Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam saw 2 women with some sheep standing there, and they looked like they needed help. Of course, Prophet Musa alayhi salam was good, strong, brave man, and he went to the women and he asked them if they need help. Then they said, yes, we are just waiting here. We want to go by the water and let our sheep drink water, but there is lots of men crowded by, and if we go there, they might push us and they might hurt us, and our father is very old. He cannot really come out himself and help. So we decided to come and to the water, but there's always a lot of men crowded. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam went to the water, and he saw there's a lot of men. And then he went there and he pushed the rock where there was water under. Remember, Prophet Musa alayhi salam was very, very strong. He hit the man and by accident the man passed away. And now he's pushing this huge rock, and everybody is around him looking. And this is how the 2 women could come and let their sheep drink water from it, and they were very happy. So they thanked Prophet Musa alayhi salam and they went home. When they went home, their father was told the daughters, how come you're early today? What happened? Then they explained that there was a man who removed this huge rock and helped them. The old man was very, very happy that this Prophet Musa alayhi salam helped them, and told one of the daughters to invite Prophet Musa alayhi salam to their homes because the father wants to meet. So one of the daughter went to Prophet Musa alayhi salam and told about the invitation, and Prophet Musa alayhi salam accepted the invitation. So then they came to their house, and then Prophet Musa alayhi salam explained everything that had happened in Egypt. Then the old man comforted Prophet Musa alayhi salam and said to be grateful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has saved you from all the bad people in Egypt, from the Pharaoh, from all the bad soldiers. Of course, Prophet Musa alayhi salam thanked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then the old man offered Prophet Musa alayhi salam to stay with them. Since Prophet Musa alayhi salam had nobody in this huge city, and he knew nobody, and he had no family, he had left everybody. Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam decided to live with the man. And then the man saw that Prophet Musa alayhi salam was a very honest man, and he saw that he had a very good behavior. And then the old man said, "You can marry one of my daughter, but one condition, that you have to work for me for 8 years." Of course, this was the best option at that moment for Prophet Musa alayhi salam, because he had nowhere else to go. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam, of course, agreed to stay and married one of the daughter, and he worked for the man. So after many, many years, Prophet Musa alayhi salam fulfilled the promise that he had to work for the man. Then suddenly he started missing his home, Egypt, his mother, sister, and a younger brother. Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam told his wife that they will have to leave to Egypt because he misses home. Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam and the wife and the son left to Egypt, and after many, many days, they reached Mount Sinai. Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam made a camp that night there. And then Prophet Musa alayhi salam went on Mount Tur to look for wood. Then Allah Ta'ala spoke to Prophet Musa alayhi salam there. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asked Prophet Musa alayhi salam, "What is in your right hand?" He said, "My stick." Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered to drop the stick. As soon as Prophet Musa alayhi salam threw the stick, it turned to a snake. Prophet Musa alayhi salam was a bit shocked. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said, "Don't be afraid, just hold it back." And then when Prophet Musa alayhi salam holds it back, then it becomes back to his normal stick. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala orders Prophet Musa alayhi salam to face Pharaoh, and to let Pharaoh and to tell Pharaoh to stop what he's doing, and to stop punishing the Israelites, and to let them free. And Prophet Musa alayhi salam accepted, and then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala also said to deliver the message to Pharaoh that he should surrender to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam continued his journey, and after some time he reached Egypt. And then he saw his brother Harun. Harun alayhi salam was also a prophet. So Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam went to the palace to face Fir'aun, the Pharaoh. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam spoke to Fir'aun about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is very merciful. But Pharaoh has to stop punishing the people, especially the Israelites. And then otherwise Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will punish him. Of course, Pharaoh did not listen to this, because Pharaoh was thinking all the time that he is God himself, because he had power, he had wealth, he had slaves that was working for him, he was punishing people, he could do basically whatever he wanted at that moment. Then Musa alayhi salam told the Pharaoh that you have to stop this and free the Israelites. Then the Pharaoh asked, "Are you not Musa?" Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, "Yes, I am Musa." Then he said, we found you in the basket, and we brought you up, and we looked after you, and then you killed an Egyptian soldier and you left, and now you're coming here talking about freeing people. What are you even saying?" Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam said that I did not kill intentionally, and it was just an accident. He did not mean it. and he was telling the truth. And he also said that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala had forgiven him. Then the king was like, what are you even saying? He did not believe, because he's like, I am God, I am this, I'm more powerful. Why don't you just worship me? Why don't you just obey me since I brought you up? And then Prophet Musa alayhi salam, then of course the Pharaoh asked, what is the sign? Show me a sign. Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam threw his stick and it turned to a huge snake. At first, Pharaoh was scared, but he started laughing and he said, this is just a magic. And he asked the soldiers to put Prophet Musa alayhi salam and Harun alayhi salam in jail. And while they were in jail, then Pharaoh was ordered all the magicians to come to the palace and show their magic. And whoever's magic is like better than Prophet Musa alayhi salam, they will win a huge reward. So now there was a lot of magicians that came, about 70 magicians that came, and they were all ready to face Prophet Musa alayhi salam. So, and they wanted to win the prize, of course. So some of the magicians came forward and they threw their sticks, and it also turned to small snakes. And when Prophet Musa alayhi salam threw his stick, it was very, very huge snake now. And the magicians were a bit shocked. Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam's snake ate all the small snakes. Then the magicians realized that Prophet Musa alayhi salam's snake was real, and this was not magic or not any type of trick. Then the people realized this had to come from a creator, because this isn't magic. Then the people said to Prophet Musa alayhi salam, this is not magic. We believe it's from a creator, and we ask the creator to forgive us, because we were just being tricking and doing magic all the time. And then they asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive them, and they believed in Prophet Musa alayhi salam now, and they believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Pharaoh became so angry and said, how can you believe in Musa alayhi salam's God when I have not given you permission to do so? The people did not need permission to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, but Pharaoh thought that he was a God and he handles everything basically. So once Pharaoh became angry, and he decided to have meeting with all the ministers. And then the minister said that Musa alayhi salam is a liar and that he's lying. Then Pharaoh decided and ordered to torture all the good people who believed in Musa alayhi salam's words, or who believed in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Then Pharaoh started torturing, the soldiers started torturing the good people, and they started so that the people could disbelieve. Then Musa alayhi salam said, be patient, believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, soon we will escape this. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam again was ordered from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to tell Pharaoh about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's punishments. So again, Pharaoh of course did not listen, since he thought he was the God. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made drought to Egypt. And now the whole Egypt had drought. And if the people still did not want to believe, there was no rain, there was no water, no crops were growing, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a huge flood follow. And it was very near to the houses. So the Egyptian ministers came to Prophet Musa alayhi salam and said, please ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remove the punishments, and we will free the Israelites for you, and we will believe. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remove the punishments, and it was back to normal. And then Prophet Musa alayhi salam went to the people and said to release the good people, the Israelites. The people lied. They turned their back to Prophet Musa alayhi salam. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent locusts, and he started eating all the crops. And the people again rushed to Prophet Musa alayhi salam, please ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remove this punishment. We will free the Israelites. We will believe in you. And again, Prophet Musa alayhi salam asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to remove the punishments. And again, the people lied and they did not free the Israelites. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent diseases and lots of frogs around the city. And then the people again rushed to Prophet Musa alayhi salam, please ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us, to remove the punishment, and we will free the Israelites, we will believe. Then Musa alayhi salam prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and once it was normal, then they ignored Prophet Musa alayhi salam. They did not fulfill their promise. They were just lying all the time. Now it was time for the last sign. What was the last sign? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala turned the whole river Nile into blood. So it turned to blood, and the people again there were normal things, came to Prophet Musa alayhi salam, please remove the punishments and we will believe, we will free the Israelites, we will do this. But of course the people lied. Now Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered Prophet Musa alayhi salam to leave Egypt with the Israelites, with the people who believe in him, immediately. So Prophet Musa ﷺ led the people to the Red Sea, and then Pharaoh realized that the Prophet Musa ﷺ was gone and that the Israelites was gone. He became very angry, and he ordered his soldiers to go catch Prophet Musa ﷺ and the Israelites. Once Prophet Musa ﷺ reached the sea and realized that the Pharaoh's army is behind him, and now this huge sea is in front of them, because now they are by the sea, and then Pharaoh's army is behind them. But the Pharaoh is also coming. And now they are in front of this huge sea. They don't know where to go. And then Prophet Musa did not panic. He just waited for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's command. As then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded Musa alayhi salam to strike his stick in the ocean. As Prophet Musa did so, then the oceans began to move, and it opened a path to Prophet Musa and his people. And the two oceans was now divided, and there was way for them to walk. So Prophet Musa and the people walked until they reached the end. And then once Prophet Musa saw, and then the Egyptian soldiers and the Pharaoh was there. Now still the soldiers saw this miracle. Pharaoh saw this miracle that happened. Then Pharaoh was very selfish, and he said, look, I have opened the way. So we can go catch Prophet Musa and the people. This is my miracle. I did this so we can go catch. And then as they rushed to catch Prophet Musa and the Israelites, then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered the sea to close, and it crashed on the soldiers and Pharaoh. And Pharaoh now knew that he will die. Then he said, I believe. But it was now too late for Pharaoh to say so, because there were so many signs. There were so many signs that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala placed upon Egypt, but yet he did not believe. He was thinking all the time, I'm a creator. Now he knew that he was going to die. He said, I believe. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam was leaving now the city safely. So once the people saw Pharaoh's body, the soldiers, then the people realized Pharaoh was a liar all the time, and that he was not a god at all. So while Prophet Musa and his people were leaving to their journey, and the people became thirsty. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded Prophet Musa to strike the rock, and once he did so, then there was 12 different springs. Each spring was meant for 12 different stripes. So Prophet Musa told the people to show gratitude to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala as he's feeding them, as he's giving water all the way. So the people kept walking until they reached Mount Sinai. Prophet Musa went to the mountain for a few days, and then once the prophet was gone, then the people were becoming very restless. And one of the men in that people suggested to give everybody to give their jewelry. Also, before Prophet Musa left, he appointed Prophet Harun as their leader. So this man that was collecting jewelry and everything, so he said, Prophet Musa is gone. He's not yet here. We don't know where we're going. We don't know where we're stopping. We don't know anything. So he decided to make an idol. So once he was finished making this idol, he thought he was complete now. He said, this is our God. Of course, then Prophet Harun alayhi salam saw this, and Prophet Harun alayhi salam said, no, you have to stop doing this. This is not God. This is just a sin. You're sinning again. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala just saved us from so much troubles, from Fir'aun, from his people, from all the tyrants. The people still did not believe. They said they did not basically care about what Prophet Prophet Harun alayhi salam is saying, and they kept worshiping this idol. Of course, there was people that believe in Prophet Musa alayhi salam and stayed by Prophet Musa alayhi salam's side. So once Prophet Harun alayhi salam's side. So once Prophet Musa alayhi salam returned and saw the people worshiping this idol, he became very sad and he said, what are these people doing? And he ordered the man who brought the idea to leave the place. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam took some of the elder people from the Israelites and went to the mountain. So once he went there, he was communicating to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and the people said, we will believe in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala only if we see him. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made a huge thunder that killed them all. And then Prophet Musa alayhi salam made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They were the best of the Israelites. What will I say to the children? So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made rise them back to life. The people were very ignorant and they were arrogant. They could not understand. Seeing all these miracles, seeing all this, still there was some kind of they were not happy with what they were seeing. They wanted more and more. They were being greedy. So Prophet Musa alayhi salam suffered because of the people a lot. On their way to journey, Prophet Harun alayhi salam passed away. They seemed to never reach their destination because of the people who were being very, very restless. After some time, angel of death came to Prophet Musa alayhi salam and said, but Prophet Musa alayhi salam, remember, he's very strong, he's wise, he's knowledgeable. He chased away an angel of death. Nobody did that ever. Prophet Musa alayhi salam chased the angel of death. Subhanallah. Then the angel goes to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and says, you have sent me to someone who does not want to die. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, go tell Prophet Musa alayhi salam to put his hand on the back of the ox. Every hair he gets, then 1 year of life for him. It's like 1 more year of life. Then once the angel came and the angel told Prophet Musa alayhi salam about this. And then Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, what will happen after that? Then the angel said, death. Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam said, I rather die now. Then Prophet Musa alayhi salam made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to take his life on a holy land. And Prophet Musa alayhi salam died on a holy land. So now some great lessons we can learn from the story of Prophet Musa alayhi salam. Prophet Musa alayhi salam was very, very patient. As we all know, he left Egypt, leaving his family, leaving his mother, wife, whole country. Immediately after, without carrying nothing, without saying goodbye or anything, for many, many years, he was gone to another place. And he waited patiently, he fulfilled his promise, and he returned back to the place. He was patient even during the people was being restless. He tried to help them. And he was patient with Fir'aun. He was patient with all the tortures Fir'aun was giving. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all. So if another story is that if we are in a bad situation, we should always trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Remember when Prophet Musa alayhi salam was by the sea and the enemy was behind him, they had no way, nowhere to go, they could not escape. Then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala opened the way for them, like by opening the sea, subhanallah. So we should always try to trust Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in every level, in every conditions we are. And we should always thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for giving us so much opportunities and so much blessings. And next, Prophet Musa alayhi salam was another special prophet because he was known as Kalimullah. Subhanallah. He's the one who communicated to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now I have some questions for you guys, so you can decide to answer it or you can decide to think about it. First question is, who was Fir'aun? Fir'aun was also known as Pharaoh. He was the king or ruler of Egypt. So what did he dream about? What was his dream about? Pharaoh dreamed that he saw a huge fireball coming from the sky and burning all the houses of the Egyptians, but the houses of the Israelites was not harmed. So he became very, very angry for dreaming like this, and he was because he hated the Israelites. He didn't know why the Israelites' house was not burned. Then, of course, the priest said an Israelite boy will be born and then will destroy all the Egyptians. And this made him more angry, and he decided to kill all the new baby borns of Israelites. Next question, who found the basket? Pharaoh's wife found the basket. Since she had no children, she loved the baby immediately and she decided to keep the baby. And she took the baby to the palace, and Pharaoh saw that his wife loves this baby so much, and he allowed for Musa alayhi salam to stay in the palace and to grow up. Next question. Can you mention some punishments that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala placed upon Egypt? There were many punishments. First, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent drought, then the flood, then the locust, then the frogs, and then last one was the river turned to blood. But still, the people did not believe, but still, the Pharaoh did not surrender until the last miracle happened and he died drowning in the water. Next question. Okay, we did say how he died. What did Prophet Musa alayhi salam's mother do when she heard that Pharaoh was killing all the little baby boys? And what did Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala basically ordered Prophet Musa alayhi salam's mother? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala ordered for Prophet Musa alayhi salam's mother to put Prophet Musa alayhi salam in a basket and to let him flow on the river Nile. And then, of course, the Pharaoh's wife found Prophet Musa alayhi salam and decided to keep the baby. Alhamdulillah, we are done with the story of Prophet Musa alayhi salam, and I hope that we all enjoyed this story and that we learned some great lessons, inshallah. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم والعصر إن الإنسان لفي خسر إلا الذين آمنوا وعملوا الصالحات وتواصوا بالحق وتواصوا بالصبر. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.